Welcome.
Live streaming is one of the biggest forms of entertainment going on in our current timeline. Every day, there are millions and millions of people who will hop on Kick or the less successful site, Twitch, to check out their favorite streamers play video games, chat, or do something insane that'll make them get clicks on their stream. Kai Cenat, XQC, iShowSpeed, and Ninja are considered to be the biggest streamers in the world currently, with a combined 137k average viewers tuning into their streams per week. All 4 of these streamers are considered beneficial to their respective platforms and will go down as legends when it's all said and done. However, what if I told you about a man who will be known as a legend every time his name is simply brought up? A streamer who wasn't afraid to break boundaries and had an insanely infectious personality. Despite his short 2 years at the top, Etika was the streamer you had to tune into just to see what he was getting into, whether it be a Nintendo Direct live stream, playing a new video game, or getting drunk and smashing a light bulb over his head. It always felt like you had to be there or you were bound to miss out. In this video, I'll be documenting Etika's highs and his unfortunate lows. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Thoughtcake, and this is the story of the Iceman.
Fresh off the motherfucking block.
Desmond Daniel Amofa, who goes by the names Iceman in Etika, was born on May 12, 1990. He was the son of a Ghanaian politician, who we the viewers don't know much about, but that's honestly really cool. Etika was also one of 3 known siblings, one being his older brother Randy, who he adored and mentioned a lot on his streams, and the other sibling being Cardinal Valerie, who goes by I Am 9 on YouTube and honors Etika on a daily basis. Before Etika did YouTube, however, he was known in the streets of Brooklyn as the Iceman, a battle rapper who battled his way around the New York circuit from 2007 to 2010. Etika would have memorable battles, one of such being against another battle rapper named Chuck Black. That battle alone has one of the greatest Etika battle bars of all time.
Clash forever, but he ain't know me and this girl had the same class together, so I'm gonna tell you all the story. I'm a big boss. This girl was looking sexy with her legs crossed. I wrote her a note in the classroom saying, "Would you let me fuck you?" And I put my hands on the desk. When I got the note back, the answer was yes. You know what?
Also around this time, Etika published an EP known as Written in Ice, a 5-track EP that you can find on YouTube still to this day, where Etika on the first track will definitely remind you that it's just the remix.
You know what? I had to do it. It's the remix. It's just the remix. It's just the remix. It's just the remix. But yeah, let me tell y'all exactly what it's about. Let's go with that pimp. You know who it is, Iceman in the building. Better start investing in textbook and records for your children. Who ain't feeling ice? You think that?
Thank you, Mr. Iceman, for that important information. Sadly, the Iceman would melt, as he would retire in 2010, but would make a comeback to rapping in 2017 on the Shofu song, My Boy, Part 2. Etika would also dabble into modeling for the agency Model Mayhem until his YouTube streaming career would eventually pick up. Also, this probably isn't super important, but he was a member of a local college gang known as the Free Food Mafia, a not-so-criminal organization where they would jump into random college parties, fake socialize, get food, and get out, which in my opinion, that's genius. Like, I wouldn't stay at the party to socialize, I'm just here for the food. But honestly, that's just me, I'm weird, sorry. Etika would start his YouTube channel in 2012, where he would slowly build the fan base by doing videos of playing and talking about Pokemon. He would name this YouTube channel EW Network, which stood for the Etika World Network. Now, I keep bringing up his name, but I never mentioned where it was originated. During a stream, Etika mentions that the name came from the 2003 game Sonic Battle, not to be confused with Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. He got his name from the in-game code Akita, which obtains the Chaos Combo card. He switched the K and the T around in Akita as it simply just fit and sounded better to him personally. As I mentioned before, Etika's content at this time was more so about Pokemon battles, product reviews, and music. But over time, he would shift into more and more Nintendo content, most notably being Super Smash Bros. Content, as he would talk about the current Smash Bros. Game at the time, Super Smash Bros. 4, which included videos on character news, rumors, and even Nintendo Directs. Etika had an insanely infectious personality. His personality would be the thing that would constantly draw viewers into his reactions during the early years. Most notably, his reaction to Mewtwo being added to Smash in 2014.
Mewtwo! Mewtwo! Oh my god! Mewtwo! 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 Oh my god! Mewtwo! Mewtwo!
While you may lose hearing because of his poor mic quality, you mainly stayed for the moment that his genuine enjoyment and his personality brought. I'd even say that this was his best era in my opinion, because of his genuine excitement for the characters being added into Smash 4. While his reaction to Mewtwo is more known, his reaction to Claude is far more iconic. However, that's just my opinion and you can feel free to disagree. Etika also ventured outside of Nintendo content as well, where he would mainly just talk to his viewers about things going on around the world, in his life, and even other video games like Titanfall, Overwatch, and Undertale, just to name a few. Etika was also a huge anime fan. You name the anime, and chances are he would usually give his thoughts and opinions on it. He would usually talk about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which he would watch on stream a few times, and Attack on Titan. There was also a brief segment in his streaming career that OG fans experienced, known as Hentai with Etika, where it's self-explanatory. He would watch, talk, and sometimes even play hentai VR games with his 18+ audience. There aren't many clips showing that on YouTube, but I wouldn't show that anyways, so... As Etika's fan base kept growing, he would always usually find himself as the butt of the joke. Nearly everything he did was memeable. This includes the one time where Etika would make a video talking about how Subway sandwiches diminished in size, and were in fact not 12 inches.
Hello and welcome to the Etika World Network news segment. My name is Etika, corresponding for this news story today. Why are people pulling out their measuring tapes at Subway restaurants? Well, a recent Facebook picture is actually the culprit behind the reason. A person in Australia, specifically Perth, actually went into a Subway restaurant to purchase a sandwich, and he noticed that his sandwich was on a little bit of a lean side. So he pulls out his measuring tape, and it turns out that his sandwich...
To which, in response, his fans would create a meme to jokingly poke fun at him for that video, and this meme, like Queen Elizabeth until 2022, would just never die. Well, that would be the case until esports came around. But point is, everything Etika did was a walking meme, and this helped with furthering his stardom. In 2016, hype around the newest Nintendo console would peak, and Etika was all over it doing content talking about the development and other news about the new console. On one drunken November night in 2016, Etika would show off a fake Nintendo Switch that a friend of his would 3D print and send to him. During this stream, Etika would come to coin the phrase Joycon boys due to his drunken excitement, and this term would instantly stick with Etika and his fans, as from that stream forward, he would start referring to his fan base as the Joycon boys, and sometimes as the Joycon men. By the time 2017 arrived, Etika amassed around 400,000 subscribers, even though he didn't stream for a while due to personal issues going around at that time. However, in March of 2017, the streams would pick up again and it would be like nothing changed. The same shenanigans and fun things that made people love Etika continued, including murdering a man live on stream. Well, he didn't actually murder someone, but he did get him cancelled and up out of the Nintendo community. I would love to go on more about this guy Etika eviscerated, but he's a man that should not be named to this day. However, it's still fuck Deli48. His viewers would reach 10 to 15k viewers a stream at this time. For comparison, the average stream usually gets about 5 to 10k viewers at the highest. He would sometimes even peak to 20k viewers, most notably in streams including the Deep Web and Doki Doki Literature Club. The man was just on the top of his game. As I mentioned before, Etika streams will have to be things you have to be there for, or you'd simply just be missing out. And that was evident because by late 2018, Etika would have 800,000 subscribers, and the whole world would know his name. But sadly, this is where things would go awry.
My living space. I am safe. I am sound. I am happy. Do not break my door down. Do not let the police break my door down.
Etika was a fun and cheery individual. Despite his infectious personality and hyper attitude, he rarely let drama and personal issues spill out. The only personal issues Etika would openly talk about was when he would talk about his older brother Randy, who unfortunately passed away from an asthma attack in 2010. Other than that, his streams never crossed past any private territories. However, it is important to note that Etika suffered from bipolar, and this in turn affected his mental health. Bipolar is insanely serious when it comes to mental health, as it causes a brain imbalance that can cause shifts in moods, energies, and even cause manic or depressive episodes. October 25th, 2018 would change the trajectory of Etika, as his entire fan base would know him, as Etika would get banned on Twitter for using the word nigga, which sent him into a manic episode. During this rant, he mentions how multiple rappers can say the word, and that they can't take this word away from us.
There was a world where you could no longer say the word nigga. I'm not talking N-I-G-G-E-R, the A version, the one we took. We transformed from a tool of hatred into a tool of love, into a tool of brotherhood for our people and for other people who aren't even our people. Everyone uses the word. Everywhere, in every city, in every country, in every fucking region of the planet, the N-word is being said. N-I-G-G-A, right? Rappers, Pusha T, goddamn Travis Scott, yo, Drake, my nigga Drizzy, my nigga, you say N-word, don't you? Don't let us lose the ability to speak to our friends using N-I-G-G-A. I mean, do I really gotta explain this, my nigga? Fuck!
Following this rant, Etika would post hentai on his page uncensored and get Etika World Network terminated. 6 years of hard work would be gone in one night, just like that. Etika would eventually apologize to the fans a couple of days later in a stream on Twitch. He would then start another channel in late October, early November, titled Etika FRFX. FRFX stands for Real Facts. From this point forward, Etika would only be the true version of himself, and if nobody liked it, they could get the fuck out. Etika would continue to occasionally stream on the Etika FRFX channel, and still would have the personality fans knew and loved, but things still fell off. Around this time, Etika would start calling himself and his viewers gods, and explaining that they were the gods of their own nature and reality. He would carry this on with every stream he did, and as a religious person myself, I felt weird about it, but I sort of understood where he was trying to go with it. Basically saying you control your own destiny in your own life, therefore you are the god of your own self. He would also grow an obsession to the rapper Playboi Carti, where he'd make a ton of quotables to his music and would frequently play his music during streams. This may also be why he would always say 9, as Playboi Carti has a song called Number 9. This could be speculation though. Despite this, Etika would be continuing to stream, and the usual shenanigans would also continue, and Etika would gather up to 300,000 subscribers this time, which was an amazing accomplishment until April 2019. April 14th through April 16th, 2019 would see Etika once again go through another episode. In this episode, we'd see Etika lose his channel once again due to termination by posting more porn. Not just that, but also Etika would also be on Twitter giving his fan base a scare with suggestive tweets that alluded to him ending his own life. However, luckily, there ended up being a savior by the means of Etika's ex-girlfriend, Christine. Christine was Etika's rock from 2011 to 2017 and would frequently appear in the streams until their breakup. Around this time, Christine would occasionally do wellness checks and would spend time with him through this 3-day period. occasionally giving updates to the fans on how Etika was doing throughout the day. On April 26, Etika will return once again to apologize, but by this time, fans were getting tired, and they demanded that he go get help before he decided to make a comeback. But unfortunately, Etika didn't go get help, and still carried on as if he were normal. This would leave fans to speculate when the next episode would happen, and when they should prepare themselves for it. April 29th, 2019, Etika would broadcast himself on Instagram Live from his apartment. A group of police officers were sitting outside as they claimed that they were doing a wellness check because a fan called in worried and upset.
My living space. I am safe. I am sound. I am happy. Do not break my door down. Do not let the police break my door down.
Here. Why are they sending that many cars here? The revolution will not be televised. Just felt, baby. FR effects. FR effects. They got the SWAT team!
Oh my God, that's the SWAT. Look at them.
Etika would repeatedly tell the police that he was alright and everything was just fine, but the police still wouldn't leave without seeing if Etika was fine in person. Etika tried multiple times to get the police to leave. However, the police would not leave, and after 33 minutes of the police begging for Etika to open the door, they busted into his apartment and ended up detaining him. A scary situation as 20,000 viewers witnessed the arrest of a beloved streamer who was falling off the deep end at a rapid pace. The Joycon Boyz fan base would sort of split as well, as most fans were filled with worry and stress, and other fans would give up and start heckling him with clown emojis. Etika would also be detained that day, strapped onto a gurney while screaming that the revolution will not be televised, only felt. He would also be released later that day, where he would get on Instagram posing next to the broken door with the caption 999. The very next day, Daniel Keem, known to the internet as Keemstar, would invite Etika onto his show Drama Alert, where he would go on to ask Etika about the events that took place on the previous day's livestream. During that interview, Etika would go on to say that he was the Antichrist, saying that he would purge all life. It was obvious Etika had lost it, but Keemstar would handle that interview very poorly, with Keem's snarky comments and even asking Etika in a challenging manner that if life was really a simulation, then why not kill yourself?
Think about it, then why live? Just jump off a cliff. If it's just a simulation, who cares?
Movie Bird Box?
No, I haven't watched that.
Etika and Keem would then go back and forth for the rest of the episode, where it appeared that Etika was audibly upset from Keem's comments. Nothing really notable happened in May of 2019 for Etika. However, he returned to YouTube once again on a channel known as TR1 Iceman. This was the channel where he had posted his battle raps, and many other things as well. He would make his return to YouTube on May 14th by addressing some of the events that happened in the last 2 weeks, as well as reviewing the trailer for the upcoming Sonic film. However, other than that and the few random streams at 5 AM where he would call himself the Antichrist, everything was silent in majority until his final days. Starting in June, Etika would give his viewers money, and this was thought about as nothing more than just a nice gesture. But with looking back, it was evident on what this meant, and it's even more grim to think about. June 19th, 2019 would be Etika's last day, as he would record himself admitting that it was too late for him, mentioning his mental health struggles, saying sorry to all the bridges he burned by blocking his friends, sorry to his fans for his erratic nature, and telling everyone to take care of themselves. This video wouldn't be uploaded until midnight, as Etika may have had a slight worry that someone would have tried to stop him from what he was planning.
It's all my fault. I'm the one that pushed y'all away. And then I deluded myself into thinking that somehow I didn't destroy a big part of my life, that somehow I was ahead of the curve. It was like that heavy delusion that I couldn't pull myself out of. I didn't even know I was in it. I was saying and doing things that made no sense. All because I was too scared to drop my image. Fuck, man. So, I deserve whatever's coming to me, I suppose. I'm sorry I let y'all down. I really apologize.
Later that night, Etika would spread out all of his belongings across the Brooklyn Bridge. This included a Nintendo Switch, his wallet, a laptop, a cell phone, and a change of clothes. Following that, Etika would jump from the Brooklyn Bridge. By the time the I'm Sorry video would be uploaded, Etika fans in NYPD would engage in an investigation to his disappearance, where fans would find the street he walked down during the recording of the I'm Sorry video, a YouTube video of the Travis Scott song 90210, where Etika would comment "dope" and his belongings. While fans had hoped that he was out there somewhere, that hope would soon end up turning into grim realization. On the morning of June 25th, 2019, the NYPD would announce they retrieved the body in the East River on the latter hours of June 24th, and the body was confirmed to be Etika's. The announcement came off as extremely upsetting, and the internet mourned the passing of Etika. This included names such as PewDiePie, James Charles, Corey X Kinshin, and even Keemstar, who would receive well-deserved backlash for the interview he did with Etika, and would end up taking that interview down. It's been 4 years since Etika has passed, and his legacy would not be forgotten, as not too soon after, Etika would be memorialized on the Brooklyn Bridge with dozens of fans bringing things such as Joycons, Switch games, and other things of that nature. Etika's mental health could be looked at as a cautionary tale. Since then, it's opened up an entirely new outlook of mental health to me as a whole, and inspired me to look out for others as well as myself. While it may be hard to spot when others are going through a hard time, it's never a terrible thing to go and check up on your friends every once in a while, and make sure they still have enough strength in themselves. Make sure your mental health is also good. Take care of yourself. It's okay to take time to yourself and love yourself when things are overwhelming. Breathe. Set affirmations that'll make your day positive, but most importantly, believe in yourself. Etika was a huge inspiration to me, and without him, I'm sure I wouldn't have started this YouTube channel. I will be forever thankful to the Joycon man himself. With that, I'm going to end this video, but I appreciate you stopping by and watching this video. It truly means a lot to me. Before I go, I'm going to leave you with some words from Etika himself. But until next time, take care of yourselves and have a damn good one.
Oh my God, don't settle. That's another thing, man. Don't fucking settle. Make sure that whatever life that you want, you strive for that shit. You make sure you go for that shit. Don't let anyone tell you it's not possible. Don't let anyone tell you that it's not practical. You make sure that you go for it. You hungry? You want it? Then get it. Get that shit. Don't let nobody stop you. I went to a homeless shelter to get what I have now. I went to a homeless shelter. I struggled. I went hungry 3 nights in a row every week to get what I have. You don't let no one stop you, nigga. No one tell you what the fuck to do. You make sure you get it. Don't let no one stop you, alright? You're driven. The energy that you need, the drive you need to get it, you pull that from yourself. Because when you pull it from yourself, no one can influence it. Just you. I'm here. I'm here, nigga. I'm here, nigga. I'm here, nigga. I came from the gutter. I know what the gutter feels like. I know what it tastes like, nigga. I lived in my bitch's closet at one point. I lived in Christine's closet. But did that stop me? No. You know how many people would wish they could live in her closet? How many refugees, how many people disenfranchised by their countries wish they could be in that position? Oh, damn, my fucking brother got his head blown off yesterday. I don't know if I'm gonna have a meal tomorrow. Those are the people that wish they could be in the positions that you and I call hard positions. We don't suffer. We don't face struggle. We don't face hardship. We don't face difficulty. We are living in a first world country. We don't know struggle. If you have internet right now, you don't know struggle. You know who knows struggles? The people that are dying out there.
They know struggle. They're the ones that are suffering. They're the ones that have true hardships. So how can you call your own problems difficult? You rise!
Goodbye.